Was geht ab, Alien Savages? Und willkommen zu einer weiteren Episode. Good old. Lass uns reden. What up, fam? The sun comes out. It's a beautiful morning here in Kopangan. It's really rainy yesterday evening. And my house is still really open, so I'm excited to eventually prep it for rainy season. I mean, some say, this guy in the sauna said that rainy season actually already starts from now, like August to January, but the heaviest is just in November, because I always say in Kopangan rainy season is in November, but apparently it's a bigger window and just the heaviest is in November. So it's already raining a lot, like every third day, every other day it rains a little. So I manifest a mild rainy season that is more stretched out, because my house is really open, and when it gets wet, like I'm in my bungalow in the back and the outside gets wet. But it also, it is really nice. Like I wake up and it's really this camping vibration, which I love. Like I hang my carpets, I let them dry, I clean it, I make it dry, I make it nice again, I put my things out. It's like, yeah, it gives me something to do. I'm listening to something. And here, again, it's so nice because I wanna be here. Like I'm literally living on these giant rocks, surrounded by deep nature, right next to the ocean. And it's really quiet and peaceful. I'm so grateful to live here. But yeah, I do wanna make it rainy season prepared, meaning a big plastic sheet that I can roll down so the rain doesn't come in so much. And also fixing the roof, because if you're watching visually, my bungalow and the porch outside here, there are two different roofs, and there's like a little gap in between, and I wanna put like a plastic sheet or something over it and maybe fixate it with some stones or so. I don't know. I want to do it. I want to try it myself to get some more skills. So I keep you up to date. How are you feeling, my friends? Lass mal durchfühlen. This is a safe space. Everything is welcome. Let's take a deep breath. I feel pretty good. My throat is still like a little icky. I hope this is going away soon, where I'm like fully healthy. What does it even mean in this awakening? It's a non-stop roller coaster. We just gotta flow with it. You better hold on and buckle up, because the ride is right in the middle and there are many loopings in front of us. Wow, didn't see this one coming. Woo! Exactly, my friends. This is also how I'm feeling. I'm just flowing with it. But yeah, I'm really happy the sun came out, and I'm happy yesterday I had a workout, like a really good workout. Because, my favorite is feeling good every day, where I'm feeling healthy and energized, that I can go to the gym every single day, or just doing some sports daily, because this makes me feel so good in my body. Like all the endorphins, I'm like, whoa, I am a god. Vroom, vroom, in the flesh, It just makes me feel really yummy in my meat suit, in my pleasure suit. So yesterday was one of those days where I had a lot of energy. I also made a second coffee, so maybe that's why. And I went to Xantiva, the gym right next to me, my favorite gym. It's a big community gym here on the island, where a lot of the, let's say, conscious community that exists on the island train. So it's a nice hangout spot. And the beingness is 10 out of 10. Like, I used to love gyms, but when I think about gyms, like in Berlin, Fit One, McFit, Fitstar, whatever, like all these all these chains of fitness studios, I have a hard time. I remember the first time I came from Kopangan, used to training here for month and month. I came to Berlin to Fit One, and I was having a panic attack. I'm like, I'm in this cubicle. There are concrete walls all around me. I cannot breathe. Like even in the Fit One, Schöneberg, where I used to train, on the walls they have like these prison bars where there are only holes you can look through. It's. I was like, I just left. I usually never do that where I'm like, I'm committed to my workout. I'm gonna train. No, I just left, and I went into the park, Kleistreich Park, the park next to it, and I just did an outside training on the lawn. But I was like, this lawn is like sprayed with shit, and it's like so little concrete everywhere. Yeah, I was having a moment there. This wasn't so nice. So what I'm saying is I'm so grateful, because most gyms I probably wouldn't like to be in anymore, but I still love going to the gym if it's matching my embodiment standards. And Xantiva does 100%. It's open, it's outside, there's so much nature. They have a huge spa area and like sand and slack line. It's I mean, many of you know it. It's wow. I love it. I love just being there for hours often. And yesterday, like I met really nice people there. I met a really nice woman. Like I had to tell her, I'm like, wow, your vibration. Like she was really hot, like 10 out of 10 physically, but also spiritually. Like you can see how awake she is, and this is turning me on. And I just gave her this compliment. And then we kept bumping into each other, and we had a really nice chat and a nice hug where she came out of the ice bath and I came out of the steaming sauna. And I was like, do you want a warm hug? And then we had a hug, and it was really nice. And also really cold. Because she came out of the ice bath, you know? So, yeah. So I had a really good workout day yesterday, just like, So today I feel more zen, more chill. But I drank my coffee, or I'm drinking it right now. I'm drinking it right now. Let's take a deep sip, my friends. You know, when you ask me how I'm feeling in the morning, it's like whatever. But when you're drinking your cacao coffee, it changes to everything is perfect. Everything is beautiful, and I can do whatever I want. This, my friends, is the beauty of drugs. You're taking drugs? Yeah, bitch, you too. Coffee, like caffeine is a drug. Chocolate is a drug. Like, you know. Yeah, okay. Enough of those haters. Is it enough? No. My first thing on the list is that actually so many of the haters are like, you need help. Like, I get this so much right now, that all capital and stuff, that you need professional help. And I'm like, thank you, like, for caring about me apparently, but I'm like really good, you know? Like after ayahuasca, I had a hard time coming in my body, and I showed it, like straight up. I was showing it so raw, so real, so authentic. Like I have never seen that on social media before. And actually the beauty in it, so many people every single day open up to me. You guys, many alien savages, and also many of my friends where I didn't know it. They were like, Ferdi, I watch every single day, and I went through exactly what you went through. And many of them like, but please don't name my name. I don't want this to be heard in public. Because many people are so afraid of it, and I get it. And I think this is why it's really important that I'm sharing this publicly, because I feel comfortable enough. And I speak for many people that maybe feel alone in this, because eventually in your waking up journey, you get to a point where it's like full-on psychosis, where this would be the label of the clinic you may go through, and you think like, oh, something is wrong with me, but no, this is just what's happening. This is how it feels. And then you go, like many of you, they open up like, Ferdi, I also was in Kopangan, I was in the FI, I was going to Germany, I clinicalized myself, I stayed there for a month. It was horrible. I left, and I just was on a lot of medications, and I'm still on my awakening journey, and there's nothing wrong with me. I just didn't have anyone I could lean on. And here, this is a safe space you can come to and you can lean on. You can lean on me. I've been through it and I speak for many people. Like dozens and dozens of people reach out to me, voice messages, Insta DMs, and they're going through exactly the same what I'm going through. You would be surprised. And also because I'm opening up now to the people here I bump into, like yesterday at Naked Beach, I was sharing that story again. And this guy went through exactly the same. And for him, it was even for 2 years, he was in the state that I experienced for 2 weeks, where I was like close to losing it. Like this, where it doesn't feel good in your body. He was in that state in South America for 2 years. I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. But yeah, you think he shares that? Like most of us in this awakening, they are in their bungalow, they're in their home, and they're not sharing that. And it gets really depressing. So I think it's really important that I keep sharing and tell you that many of us, many humans awakening in the timeline go through exactly that, and they're not sharing it. So, but they do share if you start it, if you open up. Like not just people that watch my podcast, but again, multiple people that I bump into, I share. They're like, how are you feeling? And then I tell them, I took ayahuasca 3 weeks ago. I was close to a psychotic shock where I couldn't hold it in my body, where I was like, and like psychotic shock, like actual psychosis, for me is if you cannot distinguish realities. But what I've achieved is crowning it in my body that I can hold it in a way that feels good, that I know our system, this reality, the consensus agreement we believe in, and also accessing fully my multidimensionalness. My multidimensionalness, is that even a word? No one knows. All that stuff, you know? So, let's take a deep breath. You're not fucking alone. Like, oh my god, many, like what I went through, it was so mild. Like those 2 weeks, I even made a podcast daily. Don't get me wrong. It was tough as fuck. And there is no point in comparing your challenges to someone else. Like, you were 6 feet under, I was 12 feet under. You just had 6 surgeries, I had 20 surgeries. Like, no. Whatever our challenge is fucking valid, and there is no point in comparing it, because what we go through individually is the most important thing in the multiverse, because it's your stepping stone. This matters for you. This is the only thing that matters, because this gets you on the next level. You want to help others? Well, help yourself. What is right in front of you. And it doesn't help anyone if you're like, but this is not a big challenge. Look at people in Africa dying out of starvation. Yeah, who cares? How are you helping those if you cannot help yourself? So if you're not feeling comfortable in your skin because you're chubby, yeah, make it a big deal. This is your challenge. Like, fully go in it. Whatever is right in front of you is the most important thing in the multiverse. Even if it's something really, quote-unquote, basic or privileged, whatever. So, my friends, you're not alone. And yeah, again, for me, it was really tough, and also hearing your stories, how you open up that, wow, I went in a darkness retreat for a whole month and self-initiated. I made everything dark in my own home, and I had to face my deep shit. I had to go in. Or like I really opened my psychic and got on this level I'm talking about, and I was in it for multiple months, and I could see entities, and not just the good ones. And I really had to tell my higher self, please make me forget. Please make me close my psyche. I don't want to be on this level. It is too much. I am scared. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's all right. And if you do know what I'm talking about, again, you're not alone. No, many of my friends see entities and not just the good ones. So you're not fucking alone. You're not going crazy. Always remember the scene of Harry Potter where Luna and Harry had this amazing talk. I think when they fed those, what are they called? Like these flying undead horses that you only see if you have seen someone dying. They were like feeding them. And Harry was like, I feel so alone. No one gets me. And Luna is like, Harry, I don't think that's true. Like the Dark Lord, Voldemort wants you to believe that's true, because if you think you're alone, you're not a big threat, as big of a threat. But if you stop believing that you're alone and actually see you have so many people loving you, going through the same, relatable, that have your back, then you're a much bigger threat to him. And like, I love you, many get you, we're just the same. And we look up to you, so let's unite. And then, my friends, Dumbledore's army was born. Ho, 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 ho. So yeah, you're not alone. And I invite you to open up to people where it's safe. What do I mean by safe? People need to deserve to hear your stories, because if they cannot hold it, it just ends up you need to deal with their fear. They try to get on you, and you end up hosting them. I'm like, ew, this is icky. Like, I don't need you telling me that I'm crazy and that I need help and all this shit. Like, you cannot hold my story, so you're not worthy to hear that. I'm saying opening up where it feels safe. So with me, many of you feel safe, so you open up your stories, and I get you. And then I use this here as a safe space to share your stories anonymously. So for all the people, they're like, Ferdi, you need help. You need help. Thank you for caring. And also, what is the underlying vibration? It's, Ferdi, I'm afraid. You trigger me so much out of my box, because my soul is like knocking on the door. I want to awaken too. I have chosen it. And that's why I use you as a permission slip to help me awaken, and I could get all my fear out by projecting it on you. That you need help. You. Everything you write as you to me in all capital, you write to yourself. If you're saying, Ferdi, you need help, well, you actually need help. And good news, you have all the help. Like always ask yourself, what am I afraid of? And what do I need right now? And many that are like in this vibration, they're afraid to wake up. That they open their box and really feel their source connection, their higher self, and then really face their belief system, which is getting all the negative, limiting, fear-based shit out of their system. And then the core fear is being alone. That my environment, my friends, my family, they think I'm then also crazy. I will be alone. I cannot like leave this box. It's my comfort zone, but slowly it gets so uncomfortable. That's why I'm writing all caps. Well, so this is what you're afraid of, maybe. And then ask yourself, what do you need? Oh, I need help. I need support. And then, my friends, I invite you to do a meditation practice. I challenge you. Do it like me, the easy way, where you do a walking meditation. Every single day, I do inner walk, where I walk an hour back and forth. There's a place on the island where you can do it. You can also do it in your garden or in your house. I recommend that the distance is long enough, like 20 meters, that you don't constantly need to turn. And then you just walk back and forth and let the mind do its thing. And then all your blah comes, blah, 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 blah. And it's great to like organize your brain and think about it and process. Come to realization. And more you come to realization. And this actual voice that is you is speaking, which is your higher self. Because first it's like shadow of like other people's fear and stuff, and your mother and your family and your friends and your colleagues and your boss. But then you sort it through and you see through that it's actually not you speaking. And then just one voice remains. And that sorts it. And then there's so much headspace that it actually has the space to talk to you, because it's actually your higher self is often the most quiet voice. It's like really subtle. You have to like really tune in. And this is often what people on this vibration, I mean, we all need, hearing our own guidance. No, there is no one telling you what to do. That's what you're craving, someone telling you what to do. Well, good news, it's yourself from a higher level guiding you, your higher self. Wow, this magnetic pull. Follow your joy. Like if I'm what I'm saying right now feels joyful, like, yeah, I think I need to do that. This is a permission slip that could work for me. Well, I challenge you. 3 days, 1 hour, either walking meditation or sit-down meditation for 1 hour. Put it on the timer. The first days, for me at least, it sucked. I was like, when is it over? But now I'm really craving it. And actually, I have to make a confession. Let's take a deep sip for this confession. I have to confess. Please, Father, forgive me, I'm a sinner. Yesterday was the first day I've skipped my practice of inner walk. How dare you, my son? Because the day just flew by. I had so much fun, and from the gym I went to Tong Sala and I met Trinity, and we had such a good time in the food court, and we eating nice food, and we had such a good conversation. Like, shout outs to Trinity. I love hanging out with mature women. Like, she really gets it, and she's like, I have so much respect for mature woman. She's in her early 40s. Like, how powerful to come in this timeline that early, that awake. Like, the amount of darkness and density you have to deal with, the amount of trauma you're like dealing with, and then needing to like transform if you still want to like live a happy life, and getting that out of your system is like, wow. Like, whoa. So much respect for her. So, yeah. Anyways, then I went home, I chilled, and the day just flew by. I wasn't even so conscious of it. So I really like wanna make sure I do it daily, because again, it helps me to stay really conscious, really awake. So I can already feel it, that I could slowly start to enter a dream again, where I'm like getting caught up in things. But I don't like that. I love that I woke up in this dream, and I refuse to go back asleep, because I tried it too many times and it doesn't feel good anymore. For me, it's shit. I love staying awake in this dream. So inner walk helps me as like a break in the middle of the day to stay wide awake in a way that feels really yummy in my tummy. Oh, that feels good, yeah. Yeah. This feels really good. It can all feel really yummy in our tummies. Because, it just takes one moment of something seemingly negative, and you then start thinking negatively. And you get caught up in it. Just one moment. Fuck. Because like, we're the master creators. Like, if we, whatever, respond positively, we can only get a positive outcome. Like, credit to Bashar. He always says that. That even if something seems to be negative, if you respond positively, you can only get a positive manifestation out of it. What you put out is what you get back. You look in the mirror, you smile. The reflection has no choice but to smile back. It's all reflections. Try it. Be really positive a day, like actually authentically. See how positive everyone is to you. Like, smile at people, see how they smile back. Try it another day. Be really grumpy and be an asshole. See how people are to you. So, what I'm saying, just one moment where something seemingly negative comes to you, and you're like, and you get really caught up in it. And this one moment turns into a 2-year depression. Mic drop. Did you hear what I just said? Like, one moment, I fall back asleep, I got caught up in things, I'm like, I'm so in it, and it's like, this moment becomes a long moment, and it's, to linearly time speaking, 2 years. Oh, I was in a weird dream. Oh, snap, out of it. Oh. I was in a funny dream. Like, my last relationship, it was a funny dream. And don't get me wrong, I learned so much, and eventually I get to a point where I really laugh about it, and I'm eating popcorn and watching the movie over and over again of what this was. But right now I'm still like in a lot of hate towards my ex-partner, and just, what was I in? This was a weird dream. Ooh. So yeah, that's why I want to stay awake, you know? I want to stay wide awake and be really cautious if someone wants to like sell me something, to like see through it. Because my biggest weakness is family. If someone is giving me the feeling of family, I quickly get in something unhealthy because I crave family like nothing else. Because the biggest one for me, and I think for most people, for everyone, I would say, speaking about myself, the biggest one for me is being actually myself. Nothing feels worse than not being your authentic self. If you're someone that you're not, you want to fucking kill yourself. It's horrible. If you do things you don't like to do and just day after day and all the time, and it's horrible. So we all want to be ourselves. And in being myself in this timeline, I trigger the shit out of people. My biological family, old friends. And it is what it is. Like, these are always the rebels of the timeline that bring in something new. It triggers all the old. And they put it all on you and hate it and blah. This is what I signed up for. I'm a warrior. It's what it is. And also, I crave family. That actually, like, you know. And then if someone gives me that feeling and is kind of like-minded, I'm like, and then I quickly can get a blind spot of putting myself into weird boxes that I'm not, just so I can stay in this connection with someone that gives me the feeling of family. And I don't want to do this ever again. I want to be in relationship with people that love me unconditionally for who I am. Who I am? This is me. Ferry, you know me. I'm weird, yeah. You too. Maybe you haven't discovered it yet. So, and I know there are many beautiful souls, and I already like have such a beautiful soul family. Like, I have so many people that I love, and we're in daily contact right now, sending voice messages here on the island. So right now I get a lot of abundance, fulfillment out of being in deep contact with many people. But of course, what I'm craving, and I know it's to come, is my partner in crime, the one and only. Someone I actually share my life with. This is, I feel like, what we all crave. Speaking about myself, this is what I crave. And I know it's coming. But it's not here right now. So right now I get a lot of abundance, fulfillment in so many people. Because it's so exciting that, oh, we all have different pieces of the puzzle, different reflections, different colors. And it feels so nourishing. And I want to keep that. I want to keep a healthy environment, a healthy family, soul family of many people. This is so important because I tend to find someone and I get in a really unhealthy dynamic where I make this one person my highest excitement only. And it's only me and her or me and him. And I don't want to do this anymore because even that gets really lonely if you're trying to get everything, all your needs and excitements out of one person. Yeah. So I want to keep a healthy family dynamic of many souls, and we're all having this family vibration. And yeah, I do want my primary partner. And I can feel her. And I have a feeling I know who she is. And I could be delusional as fuck. But I could also be like spot on. And I learned to trust my visions. I learned to trust my intuition. So, I keep it a secret. Because, I don't know, I just have this fantasy that I feel like she's watching all of these. And she's really getting to know me. Okay, I give you a hint. She already follows me on Instagram for a long time. This is all I'm gonna say. Now you can go through it. I follow like over 300 people on Instagram, so it's one of those. Who could... Okay. So I feel like I wanted to make a point. I really got in spirit here, like all over the place. Wow. Yeah, this was like a long journey into the sphere, and now we're coming back. So what I was starting with is I don't want to skip my meditation practice again, because right now it's really serving me, discipline. I actually even want to amp it up. I want to start doing breath work every day now for 10 minutes again. I have this nice 10-minute video. It's called Breathwork Beats. I can link it down below. Or you can just go on my website, vegansavage.com, and they have a playlist. It's called Alien Stuff. And there are amazing videos in it. If you want to wake the fuck up more, check it out. These videos are really high vibe. And a lot of interviews with Daryl Anker, because they're just like the highest vibe. Wow. I love them. So the first video in the playlist is those 10 minutes of breath work that I love to do and I want to implement again, because I was like saying, yeah, I do breath work all day long on the scooter. I talked to Vicky about it, and she was like, no, it's about actually doing it and doing that only, because the breath is ground zero. The breath is like that. Let's take a deep breath. Oh, yeah. So today I'm definitely gonna do my inner walk. Okay, moving on. Bentinho Mazzaro, this guy, wow, he is really awake. I'm a big fan of Rion from United Collective, and now I have another champ for you. His name is Bentinho Mazzaro. Like, he really gets it. Like, there are those people that get it on another level. And you can check him out. It's I love, having people in the flesh that are dead awake, because they actually are fellow human in this timeline. Because if I listen to aliens too much, I get it sometimes a little ungrounded, because they're not in the flesh, or they're having a different meat suit that is on a higher vibration. So I actually want to hear it from people in a human suit in this timeline, so it is more relatable and more grounding, because they actually, like me, I channel the universe, whatever you want to call it, just speak, just hang out with you, and you get it in my flavor, which is, I'm a human. Hey, what's up? My name is Ferdi. Nice to meet you. And I also make it fun, because yesterday I was watching Bentinho, and this is not a front, this is just a question to him. I wonder how much he enjoys making his content. Because I make sure I have fun. Like, I actually have fun sitting here with you and we're hanging out. And I always make it unpredictable and I don't know what I'm saying. And I wonder if he actually has fun, because I could like speak on a really high vibration and then for me it's boring as fuck, Like, this is so boring, so boring. So boring. So, yeah. That's why I also cannot watch him too much, because for me it just gets boring. Like, yeah, this is so accurate, but let's make the knowingness, like lingering in the knowingness, sitting around the fire, and let's make it fun, because otherwise it is what it is. We're in the infinite universe, we're knowingness, and we exist, and that there is the end of the story. And then I can talk like this, but it's a little bit boring, so we need something unexpected. So what is unexpected is moving on. This is actually all on my list, not so much today. So shall we do the placebo rapé, sharing silence segment? Yes, okay, let's prepare for a little placebo rapé. I'm gonna serve myself placebo rapé, because actual rapé gets me too high in spirit, but I want to do something. I don't want to just sit here and meditate, so I just blow an empty pipe into my nose. Like, I blow, yeah, it's really funny, right? But it's all a permission slip. Like, I can connect to the vibration, and then I don't need the actual permission slip, the actual substance or whatever, because I love, like, sober is where it's at, because then you can turn it on and off as you please, kinda. Because when you're actually on a substance and then it's in your system and we believe in this biology and you probably don't want to change it in this moment, so it's gonna be in your system for many more hours, which is also great and it has its place and it's so important. But then once you have done it enough times and you can really memorize this vibration, then you can just access it. This is where my sweet spot is, that I have experientially experience all those different vibrations, and then I can just pick and choose moment to moment whatever feels the best in my body. Okay, I'm putting on my cat kimono. And I invite you to take deep breath. Now it's time. Yeah. Now it's time to empty our mind. And with every exhale, become more relaxed. Absolute safety. You're safe. Stay awake, my friends. Don't be afraid of the dream. The dream will awaken us. Oh, I loved it. Wow. So I think I'm gonna keep this segment going of placebo rapé and just dropping in, sharing silence, some chanting. Okay, I think that's it. That was my turn. Here's the lighter. Thank you so much for listening. Now it's your turn of the sharing around. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Share your stories. What's alive? I'm excited to read your YouTube comments, your Instagram DMs, and your WhatsApp messages. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Peace out.